out about us. There's also links to where to find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter. All there at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as the blog, the Daily Podcast picture, and all my past interviews. And here is the finale of my interview with the Berkeley band Cure for Gravity. And they are actually just about to take the stage at the House of Blues. We talked about that. So this interview was done on Monday night. So yeah, we talk about the House of Blues in the future tense. But probably by the time you listen to it, it's in the past tense. Here we go.
Mike on Mobile.
Hello, it's Mike Matthews here on the Mike on Mobile for Mike's Daily Podcast. I'm still hanging out with Cure for Gravity. I have been in their bunker for days. It's starting to smell a little strange, but we're guys. Yeah, we've eaten the bass player, and sorry about that, Andy.
Don't worry.
Okay. Are you excited about Friday? Oh yeah, let's talk about Friday.
Let's talk about Friday.
House of Blues thing. You're gonna play there.
It's going to be great, man. It's a nice venue, and I'm going to have a good time.
This is the first time you've talked during the interview. How does it feel?
Feels weird.
I enjoyed your bass playing.
Thank you.
It shook the very marrow of my being.
I'm not way to say, but yeah.
But it's going to be great. So make sure to go out and see Andy on Friday, House of Blues, all my Southern California listeners. And stop listening to Adam Carolla, who's also in Southern California somewhere.
Unless you're coming with Adam.
Oh, yeah. Bring Adam to the show. That's Joe, and he sings vocals for Cure for Gravity. And you do all kinds of cool, I was watching one song, and looked like you were turning off the guitar and throwing it against the speaker and then I don't know what you were doing. It was amazing.
That's the idea, is that it looks amazing. I try to make things look as amazing as possible, with as little effort as possible. And that one actually, yeah, that's fun.
Cucumbers wrapped in tinfoil?
What?
Cucumbers wrapped in tinfoil. Joe's all over that. Just make it look good.
Okay. All right.
Shiny and reflective, just like Salt Lake City. Where are we going with this? No, so yeah,
we've been here for a long time.
It's really kind of getting musty in here. All we have left is leftover Halloween candy and mostly Butterfingers
and whiskey. Don't forget about
and whiskey. Yeah. Although we haven't given Mike any of the whiskey. What's wrong with us? What kind of hosts are we?
That's looks like a nice type of whiskey there, the Crown Royal.
It's a nice looking bottle.
What are your influences? I have to go to the Total Rote interview question.
No, that's a good question. You won't hear any of them in the music we're doing. It's a pretty eclectic group, actually. I'll let everybody else speak for themselves, but I think the thing I wanted to do with this project was not be pigeonholed into something. And the last group I was in, we very two-note kind of thing. It was either Pearl Jam or Foo Fighters or somewhere in between. And with this project, I wanted to explore a much larger palette. And I grew up, my mom, 8-track tapes. It was everything from Barry Manilow to Barry White. It was like we have a huge plethora of things that I grew up listening to. I think more, from a songwriting perspective, it's Depeche Mode's, there's the Geek release there. That is the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, because I finally realized, you mean you can do all that stuff on a keyboard and you don't have to really be able to play anything? That's kind of cool. And I could just put that hairspray in my hair and go on stage and do that. That was cool. So that totally inspired me to play. And then, once I picked up a guitar, I was kind of like, Tom Petty's pretty cool. If I could play like Tom Petty, I'd be somebody. And
why is everybody squirming? Is it bad to poke fun at Depeche Mode? They're great. For what
they are, and it's important to bring them up because the song that we might talk about next, I don't know if we're going to talk about it.
Killing for the Queen?
Oh, you're going to talk about it?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
We already talked about
Dum Bum Bum, Cure for Gravity special premiere. MTV News, where we bring you boom, 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 the world. Personal, Jesus.
No, there's a little bit of Depeche Mode in this track, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, there's a vibe underneath of there that is definitely coming from a Depeche Mode point of departure.
All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms.
Yeah, very good, Mike. We're gonna start a band, man.
Woo!
Depeche Mode cover band.
Woo! Words are very so unnecessary, they can only do harm.
They can only do harm, especially if written by me. Yes, no, there's definitely a little bit of Depeche Mode in this one, from my perspective. But see, here's the thing: like, I should really stop, because every time I mention a reference of a band that I'm hearing, Dave cringes and wants to walk out the door.
Dave, the guitarist, cringes.
You should ask him about that.
Why do you cringe, Dave, as I walk over, tripping on Andy, the bass player?
Why do I cringe?
We've half-eaten the bass player.
I think,
and he enjoyed it.
The main reason for the cringes is the references that Joe comes up with when he hears in my playing, which I would never dream of trying to sound like Carlos Santana or Journey. And Joe says it in a very ebullient, excited way, but for me, it's my heart kind of sinks when he tells me that I sound like those players. So.
Yeah.
Do it. When I said that the solo that he had on our first EP, the song, by the way, never made it to the EP, but it sounded like Lindsey Buckingham, and he came at me across the room.
Really? He's got you don't like Lindsey Buckingham?
I think he's a lovely musician. He's just not. It's not for me. It's not stylistically what I'm going for. You know.
Oh, you're keeping your eyes on your own paper. You're doing your own thing. That's great.
I'm trying,
and I'm enjoying it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
For me, when Joe mentions...
That's Chris the drummer.
Yeah, for me, when Joe mentions these songs and bands, I'm thinking, oh shit, was I supposed to listen to something?
But you guys sound great, and I've been derailed now. I don't know how do I get back on the tracks?
Queens and Killing.
Killing
for the Queen.
Yes, Killing for the Queen. Tell me now, why is this a special premiere that we're doing right now?
Because we're giving it to you.
To play on the show. Thank you.
The show. Yeah, and so we had so much fun hanging out here in the bunker with Mike and Half-Eaten Andy that we decided to give Mike an extra track, and this one is actually probably the least done of all of them. So I don't know why we're doing this, but this is actually don't hold us to it, but it might even be the title track of the album. We haven't decided yet if it's going to be called Mother May I or Killing for the Queen, but this one it might be on there. And
or Synonym Toast.
Well, Synonym Toast says
Synonym Toast. Interesting.
Yeah. So this one actually is. I think this one's fun because, and I don't know if we'll get there or not. So it'd be fun to actually hear this now, and when the actual album comes out, if we were able to massage it in shape. This one is a lot of fun because it's very cinematic, and it's got a couple different sections to it, and it's probably the most ambitious thing on tape that we've tape. We don't record to tape.
That's just a figurative of speech.
It's the most ambitious thing that we've attempted to record to date, I would say, probably. I don't know if anybody else would agree. And the fun thing about this is there in the studio, we recorded at 25th Street Recording in Oakland, which is a phenomenal studio if you've not been. They had this 1913 beautiful Steinway in there, and the outro of the track, we were kind of going for a little bit of a Bondian kind of, Barry-esque kind of Bond theme kind of thing on the way out. I was in my head. See, I did it again, another reference. And Casey actually is quite the pianist, and we were having a lot of fun. Actually, this whole outro kind of got written almost on the spot there in the studio because this piano was there, and Casey, he could probably tell it better than I could.
Is that true, Casey, or are those all lies?
Well, no. I mean, when you've got this gorgeous instrument right in front of you, it's pretty inspiring, and it's when the keys aren't plastic, it's amazing. No, this was a beautiful Steinway, and I don't know. I just hear things when I'm playing those real instruments that just doesn't come out in my playing without a real beautiful instrument there.
Wow, you were inspired in the moment.
Well, yeah, because as a professional musician in the Bay Area, so few places have pianos. I go, if they have a piano, it's like a toilet piano. And so I sound terrible about 99% of the time. And then you give me a good piano, and suddenly I love playing, and I feel great, and stuff happens. That's wonderful.
Can you explain to our listeners what a toilet piano is?
What is a toilet piano?
I could send you to certain places, but I don't want to say their names.
Oh, okay, yeah. We want to, because you guys, do you call yourselves like a Berkeley band, or what would you say? Do you say like we're from Berkeley, or do you say from Oakland, or do you say from the moon? What do you say, like, and do people go, oh, that's cool, you're from Berkeley, I enjoy that?
I think most of the time we say we're from the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, because even as you know, well known as Berkeley is, people don't necessarily always know precisely where that is, but San Francisco comes across loud and clear every time we get out of here.
When we played Denver, we were a San Francisco band.
When you were playing, let me put it in front of your face when you're talking.
When we played Denver, we were a San Francisco band.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. You know, that reminds me of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. When I lived in Ventura, they were from Ventura, but when they were playing Super Bowl, they were from L.A., which was an hour away.
That's right, because everybody's who? Ace Ventura? They're like, what?
But when you say San Francisco, I mean, it's right there. I'm pointing at it. You can see it. It's right out the window, practically.
It is right out the window, and then...
Really? I am so turned around. Casey just pointed to the true west.
Do you think Richmond is San Francisco?
I want to thank you guys for teaching me so much about the Bay Area and about your music. And
have we talked about our music? I'm not... okay, I think we've...
And this has been one of the most intimate, interesting conversations I've had with the band. I feel like I've gotten to know you all intimately.
Well, that's really sweet, Mike.
Without taking my clothes off, I'm so sorry, Chris.
You did a great job getting used to me hanging out without my pants on, so I appreciate that.
I got used to it after a while. Keep on drumming, because your drumming's amazing. Dave, your guitar playing is great. And Andy, what did you just take a big bite of there? Yourself? Okay. And Casey, thanks for telling us all about that beautiful Steinway that I hope you get to play again, because it sounds like magic happened.
Word.
And Joe, thanks for having me here in your secret lair. Oh, Kickstarter, if you want to come to be part of this amazing
this
place.
is the part where I get to we're at the end of the interview and I get to give out the little pimpage that I need to give out.
Yeah, as we're about to play Killing for the Queen by Cure for Gravity.
Which you've never heard. This is a premiere. House of Blues. If you're in LA and you're listening to this, House of Blues Friday night. We're going on at 9 sharp. Come on out and check us out. We'd love to meet you and give you free stuff, free shirts, and free copies of our last EP, Fallen Stars, which you can also listen to online. And our Kickstarter's kicking off. If you get in early, you can be at our private party Saturday, December 6th here in Berkeley. And the album is dropping inside the new year, and we'll be coming to a town near you.
Woo! Cure for Gravity on Mike's Daily Podcast.
Vigilant as you are, living in your car, waiting for the call. What's the bout of reach, wanting for the plan, bloodlines in the sand, calling all your cars, calling all your cars, calling all your cars. Caroling for the Queen. Caroling for the Queen. Caroling for the Queen. Living out of bars, slinking in the night, wishing you could sleep. Kind, willing to be left behind, wanting for the fight.